Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to the Desmond Lewis T10 Cricket Tournament from NH Scott Park and here in Atlanta. The latest game, Atlanta Fire, are about to start their batting innings. We're all in readiness.
Your squad is
All in readiness. The Atlanta Fire openers, Gajanand Singh and Shazam Babwas are in the middle. And here we go. Starts off with a full toss. Bartley from the far end. A loosener. Gajanand got surprised. Just couldn't pick the full toss early enough to dispatch it. Has to be said, the background in behind the bowler's arm is not ideal, but this is how club cricket is played as Gajanand got off the mark. Another low full toss from Bartley. Gajanand is a very, very experienced player, a very well-known figure around the circuit down here in USA. And now Shazam Babwa is on strike. He's another of those big names on this circuit. Very well experienced. An excellent cricketer, both with ball and bat. There's the Param Veers. They won the toss, elected to bowl. It's another low full toss, dipping. And a little bit of swing in the air. It's quite breezy here. It's otherwise a very hot afternoon here in Atlanta. But the breeze is helping the players and the spectators. As we got good sprinkling of spectators all around this field. Very picturesque ground. An excellent setting for this tournament. Bartley this time in the zone for Babwa, and it's gone all the way. It's the first maximum in the arc, and with a little bit in drift, just Babwa helped it on its way. Flick of the wrist with the bottom hand. Atlanta Fire moves to 7 now. Pretty much a loosener from Bartley so far. He was lucky to have got away with a few earlier. But this time, Babwa has got his eye in now. Only took him a few deliveries. This T10 format is very unforgiving. It's very fast. And the batsmen realize that. Bartley's got his sweeper zone long on and deep mid wicket. As we're inside the power play. Third man and fine lacquer up in the ring. The keeper has decided to come up to the stumps as well. Good areas this time from Bartley. Full toss once again. No protection down there. Just peeled out the outside edge of Babwa's bat. Another boundary to him to finish off Bartley's over. 11 for no wicket after the first over. Dyer's going to take up the attack from the members' end, so to speak, as this is the southern end of the ground. Gajanand is taking up strike. Once again, we got a packed offside field for Dyer. He's got a third man sweeping and a deep point. 4 men in the ring. Saving one. Has to be said, all the fielders in the ring are just all the way back at the edge of the 30-yard circle, giving easy singles, but wide outside the off stump. Umpire gave it a thought, but not given as wide. So the plan is clear from Dyer. He's going to try and attack Gajanand outside the off stump. Normally risky with a left-handed batsman. This is what the plan is for Dyer. Well, Gajanand missed out on that. That was on his pads. A direct hit. Big shout. They're still shouting and the umpire says nothing doing. Excellent piece of fielding. That ricochet of Gajanand's pads onto his off stump. Good pick up and throw. Gajanand was slightly on the back foot, but umpire has made his call. The Param wheel fielders are still very, very perplexed at the decision by the umpire, but umpire got himself into a good position. So direct hits always cause troubles. It was good fielding there. Gajanand has doubled his score. He's moved to 2. Atlanta Fire 12 for no wicket in the second over. Field is changing around for the right-handed Babwa. Third man in deep cover are the sweepers. It's a very good atmosphere here at the NH Scott Park in Atlanta. Very picturesque setting, as I said. A lot of greenery. Tall and high trees all the way around, providing comforting shade for the spectators as Dyer once again attacking the stumps. Good delivery from him. His field is set for the outside, the off-stump bowling, but he's attacking the stumps and probably surprised Babwa. It's been a good over so far from Dyer. This picked off his legs. No protection down on that side of the field. Another boundary for Babwa. His second hit to the fence to go with the 1 maximum. He's moved to 14 now, and Atlanta Fire is 16 for no wicket. Dyer once again guilty of bowling 2 straight. And Babwa good enough to capitalize this time. Good delivery once again. Good lengths from Dyer. Pushed away to third man by Babwa for a single. Dyer is quite a tall lad. He's got a good high action as well. So when he hits the good length, get a little bit of extra bounce, and barring that one leg stump half volley, he's done quite well. Just gone for 6 runs of his 5 deliveries. It's Gajanand is taking strike. Short, another heavy length. Babwa refusing the single. It was there in my opinion, but he's back on his heels as the second over ends. Atlanta Fire after 2 overs, 17 for no wicket. Start of the new over. There's a bad bounce for the fielder down at mid-wicket, and 4 runs to Babwa. Babwa is in belligerent mood. He moves to 19. Unlucky the fielder. That ball just bounced right in front of him. Had no chance whatsoever. But wide outside the off stump. Got to wait for the umpire's call. There you go. Wide given. First extra of the innings. Bartley has got his field set. 2 sweepers on the onside, as we've been saying. Once again, that ball bounced a little bit too much from Babwa's expectations. Went over his bat. Nice take by the keeper standing up. It's a little bit of variable bounce on this pitch, but Babwa is very experienced, as I've been saying. He's trying to size up Bartley, but Bartley is doing really well. Excellent bowling once again, hitting good lengths, good areas. Not allowing Babwa to free his arms or get underneath it. It's a little bit of in-drift movement as well for Bartley. Circumspect start for the Atlanta Fire. Another in-drift. Thought of a shot from Bartley, but aborts it pretty quickly. Excellent bowling. It's a single league tournament. 5 teams participating. And after the initial 2 days of single league roundup matches, after this ball, as Babwa has got a low full toss, smashed him over the fence. It's a huge hit. That's the one that Babwa was looking for, in the arc and out of the park. Babwa moves to 25. He's done bulk of the scorings as another one is launched into the forest on the onside over the mid-wicket fence. Back-to-back 6s for Babwa. Saying Babwa is doing most of the scoring. He's on 31. Atlanta Fire now 34. As Bartley's spell is over for the day. 2 for 28. 2 overs, none for 28 for his 2 overs. Babwa slightly ruined his figures on the last 2 deliveries of his spell. But Atlanta Fire did need a big over after the sluggish one from Dyer, where he only went for 6 runs. 34 for no wicket after 3 overs. Civil is the new bowler from the top end. Gajanand is on strike. Right arm off break as Gajanand got his inside out. It's in the air but just fell short of the fielder. He stayed back, decided to stop the boundary rather than going for the catch. But awkward bounce, managed to protect the boundary. Gajanand moves to 3. Babwa has had the bulk of the strike. As Civil will continue to bowl round the wicket. As we're outside the power play, so we got a long on and a long off. Deep mid wicket, deep square leg. 3 fielders in the ring on the offside, saving 1. As this one is down the leg side, Babwa helped it on its way. And size 12 came in handy, but enough for Babwa to go through for 2 runs. Civil is looking to try and cut that angle down and cramp Babwa, bowling round the wicket, firing into his pads. But that one was slightly shorter. Tall lad Civil. Babwa punches it through into the covers. Good delivery once again. No room for Babwa. Param bowling has been pretty disciplined so far, giving a good account of themselves. Babwa is gone this time. He moved across his stumps, looking to go for the slog sweep, but it went under his bat. Excellent bowling from Civil. The plan has worked, and Babwa has been dismissed for 33, and Atlanta Fire has lost their first wicket, 37 for 1. We know this is the new batsman. This came after the fall of Babwa's wicket. The music is playing in the background. Very good atmosphere here. See a little smoke coming out towards our right behind the stand. Is there any barbecue happening, Roddy? Very picturesque setting. Lots of greenery. Nice sunny weather and pleasant breeze. Perfect settings for a fun event here at the NH Scott. Sewell once again pitched it right up to Vinod. He gets off the mark as helps himself to a couple of runs down the ground. 39 for 1 Atlanta Fire. Sewell has gone for 5 runs. Still bowling round the wicket to the right-hander Vinod. Vinod dabs it into the offside, looking for a run. Not there. Good over. Excellent over from Sewell. Five runs off his first over. Go with a wicket of experience. Babua. Excellent effort. And the tall right arm off spinner. 40 for 1. Atlanta Fire at this stage after 4 overs. Atlanta Param would be thinking that they've done a decent enough job so far. Brian Gale starts off the fresh over as Gajnand has launched him down on one knee and over the fence. First big hit from Gajnand, first sign of aggression. Gajnand has been very quiet so far, but Brian Gale's first delivery really got hold of that. As I said, Gajnand is very experienced player. He's played at the highest level, and he realizes after the dismissal of Babua, the onus is on him to be the aggressor. Although T10, you have to go from both ends, as he once again tried to give himself some room. But only inside edge it onto the square leg fielder. 46 now Atlanta Fire as Vinod is back on strike. Field moving around for the right-hander. Was 39. Down the wicket, slight fumble by the keeper. I think Vinod was out of his ground. The keeper fluffed his lines, or you gotta wait for the umpire's signal at the same time. Yeah, not given, so probably off the edge. A little bit harsh on the keeper. So a run to the batsman. 47 for 1 Atlanta Fire. Brian Gale once again as Gajnand tried to improvise, got struck on the pad. Gajnand looking to find the gap towards short fine leg. There's no fielder. 3 fielders on the onside. They're all on the boundary line. Square leg, mid wicket and long on. Nothing behind square as this one bounces too much for Gajnand. Excellent bowling, good variation as well. Just went on the back foot, but went over his bat. Good bowling from Brian Gale, mixing it up very nicely. Once again, Gajnan plays and misses. Good bounce, excellent over from Brian Gale. Just went for that 8 runs despite being hit for that big 6. So 5 overs gone, 47 for 1 Atlanta Fire. We're approaching the halfway stage. This is the 5th over. And McNally is going to take up the attack from the commentary box end. Winnow on strike. I have one. Winnow has moved to 4. McNally once again round the wicket to Gajanan. Big shot, and this time, in fact, he's bowled him. Went under the bat of Gajanan this time. He looked out of sorts for most part of his innings. And McNally is bowling straight and getting the rewards as Atlanta Fire has lost another wicket into the 5th over. 48 for 3 now. Beg your pardon, 48 for 2 after 4.2 overs. Four? Is it 4.2? 5.2. McNally got the wicket in his very first over. Still bowling right round the wicket to the right-hander. First delivery, punt down to the onside. Good pick up in the deep. Excellent piece of fielding. Just the 1 run as Ricardo got off the mark. In the air. Oh, made a good effort, but couldn't judge it with the swirling wind. It's just off his hands and into the fence. Boundary for Winnow. Brings up the 50 for the Atlanta Fire as well. 53. Floated outside the off stump, in the air once again. This time no mistake by the Param Veers fielders. And Vinod perished in the cause. Excellent piece of bowling, slightly slower and wider. And we now could find the fielder in the deep, hit him straight down his throat. Wickets are tumbling here. Third one down for Atlanta Fire. We are into the sixth over, 53 for 3 now. New man walking to the middle is Naveen Stewart. Another of those names who is very popular on the US domestic circuit. A good all-rounder. So the formidable swashbuckling pair of Atlanta Fire, our famous Ricardo Powell and a very, very skillful Naveen Stewart. They're in the middle. Atlanta Fire will be looking towards them to give them a grandstand finish. 53 for 3, despite a little bit of up and down wicket. Atlanta Fire would hope for a total around in the excess of 100 runs. It could be a very good game of cricket with two very competitive sides. As Stewart is on strike, as the batsman didn't strike. Wide down the leg side, a little bit of indiscipline. And Naveen got a touch. I think the umpire signaled 4 runs, so still a loose delivery and capitalized Naveen. He got off the mark. .57 for 3 after 6 overs. Stewart is batting on 4 and Ricardo Powell is batting on 1. Start of the 7th over as it's been smashed by Ricardo Powell down the ground. The umpire was ducking for cover, and so was the bowler. He went like a tracer bullet. 61 for 3 Atlanta Fire. Brian Gale under the fire from Ricardo Powell. Beautiful shot. That is a glorious stroke from Ricardo Powell. Width on offer, slightly quicker as well. But delicate touch from Powell. Played it late and away from the fielders. Ricardo Powell showing his class here. Right arm round the wicket. Gale is firing it in. This time it's in the air. Fielder's getting underneath it. And he takes it. So Powell's little cameo has come to an end. as the Param celebrate a big wicket in the context of the game, as Powell could really have changed the complexion of the game in the remaining 20 odd deliveries. But Param are glad to see the back of him. He's gone for a bright and breezy knock. And 4 wickets down now for the Atlanta Fire. 65 for 4 after 6.3. Brian Gale got his first wicket into his last over. 65 for 4. That ball was, whilst that ball was in the air, batsmen have crossed, so Stewart is on strike. We got 21 deliveries left in this innings. Straight down the ground, flat, one bounce over the fence. Good hit from Stewart, as I've been saying. He's very skillful. Very, very good all-round cricketer, both with the bat and with the ball as well. And the stage is set for him. Excellent hit from Stewart. 2 balls, 2 boundaries. Easy game for him. 69 for 4. Flurry of activities towards our right, where both the dugouts are. Spectators finding place in the shade. Very, very comfortable in the shade. Nice comforting breeze as well. And a very, very exciting game. Gale has gone for 20 in his 1.4 overs. 2 deliveries of his spell left, as this one is swing and a miss. Keeper's very disappointed. I'm not sure if he got the edge, but a dot ball will do very nicely at this stage for the Atlanta Param Veers. Big one, a massive strike. That's gone all the way. A huge hit from Stewart. He moves to 14. And Atlanta Fire 75 for 4 with 3 overs to go. McNally is taking up the attack from the commentary box end. Over number 8 of Atlanta Fire's innings. And on strike is Antoine for his first delivery. Seesaw battle between Atlanta Fire and Atlanta Paramveer. This is the nature of this T10 cricket. It changes very, very quickly. A couple of good deliveries and over or two of good bowling from the fielding side. It can turn around very, very quickly. And it has been a seesaw battle, as I said. One team gaining the upper hand and the second team fighting back. Excellent contest. The wicket is slightly up and down, but in 10 overs, the batsmen have the license to swing. As McNally is straight down the leg side, we got to wait for the umpire's signal. Surely it's going to be a wide. So 2 wides to the total. McNally seemed quite pacey, but misdirected. Slight change in the field. Fine leg fielder has been pushed back. There's 5 fielders on the onside. For the right-handed Stewart now. Full delivery, but no protection on that side. Unlucky for the bowler, but the batsman won't be complaining. Full length Yorker. Peeled out the inside edge of the bat. 4 runs to Stewart. He moves to 18. He's dealing in boundaries here, Stewart. No singles or doubles for him yet. Boundaries and sixes is the name of the game for him. All of a sudden, in the last few overs, Atlanta Fire seems to be gaining the upper hand. Strange field, bowling that line and length. He's got no protection. The fine leg is up in the ring as well. He's got 5 fielders on the offside, 3 sweepers. Once again, a length delivery, and this time Stewart just got hold of it, and this is probably the biggest 6 of the day so far. Pace on offer, and the quicker it came, the quicker it went off Naveen's bat. Flew over the trees, I think, as far as I could see that one. Massive blow. And as I said, Stewart is dealing in boundaries and sixes here. And well and truly, Atlanta Fire are actually on fire right now. Slower full toss, wide again. Umpire's thinking about it, turns around and gives it a wide. McNally has just bowled only 2 deliveries, and he's gone for 13 runs already. That's big over of the innings that Atlanta Fire was looking for. It seems to be this one. Fielders are running around all over as McNally doesn't know which line and length to bowl. Full delivery, no protection down on that side. That's poor tactics. And Naveen is capitalizing. Yet another boundary for him. And all his scoring shots has been 4, 6, 6, 4, 6 and 4. He's turning it on, and he's playing that innings of Atlanta Fire that they needed it after a sluggish start and good bowling from Atlanta Param Veers. Finally, the wheel seems to be coming off. We're only into the 8th over. And McNally's bowling figures read as 3 deliveries, 17 runs. Once again, full toss. Once again, off the outside edge of the bat. Third man won't come around and stop it. Another boundary. Huge over for Atlanta Fire. 32 for Stewart within no time. The wind has picked up as well. Blew the umbrella right in front of, towards our left. Where the manual scoreboard has been operated. And the attendant is left chasing the umbrella right in front of us. But chasing the leather is the Param Veers, as another one has been hit over the fence just towards our right. This is the massive over, and Stewart is on fire. McNally has gone for 26 runs of his 27 deliveries. Stewart 38 of just 9 deliveries. He's changed the game on its head. McNally will be glad to see the end of this over as another slow delivery is being thumped down. Fielder backpedaling. Oh, sensational catch. That is a magnificent one-handed grab. Seemed to have misjudged it for a minute, but plucked the right hand and caught it off the thin air. Dar is the fielder. A magnificent effort. A gem of a knock from Stewart has come to an end. 38 of just 10 deliveries, but it took that sensational effort from Dyer on the long on fence to get rid of him. That could still prove very, very important in the context of the game. As Stewart makes the long whack back, standing ovation from the crowd. He's played a terrific knock. 38 of just 10 deliveries. All boundaries and sixes. He didn't run for any of his runs. McNally had the last laugh after going for 27 runs in his over. Not all down to his own fault, but Stewart was on fire. And we got Palash is the next new man in. 2 overs remaining in Atlanta Fire's innings. Antoine is on strike as this one is wide. Another wide given. Dyer is starting the 9th over. Started off with a wide. Shaw dug in the air. Keeper's getting underneath that. Easy take. And another wicket. Dar has been very impressive. Balled into the wicket and Antoine couldn't get hold of it. Another wicket for the Atlanta Param. We're 6 down now for 103. 11 deliveries remaining in the innings. Gibran is the new batsman for Atlanta Fire. As that ball was in the air, the batsman crossed over. So Palash is on strike. Both batsmen starting their innings. Palash hasn't faced a delivery yet, and so has Gibran. Not ideal for the Atlanta Fire, but Stewart's cameo has already put them ahead in the game. Another one dug shot. Palash off the pad onto the offside. Leg by given. 104 now for 6. Dyer's been very impressive today. He bowled the second over from the commentary box end, and now he's bowling from the northern end. This one full pitch delivery from Dyer, but Gibran thumped it down the ground towards long on for a single. Have the Atlanta Fire got that depth in their batting lineup with number 7 and 8 on strike to provide them with a finish that would put icing on the cake for already a very good knock from them. As Dyer has knocked him over full and straight. The middle stump has gone for a walk. What a sight for a fast bowler, and as been saying, Dyer has been very impressive, bowling straight and getting the reward. Palash is the latest casualty for Atlanta Fire, 105 for 7 after 8.4. Salman is the new batsman. Dyer, very impressive, 1.4, 2 for 8. Clearly the pick of the bowlers. So Gale and Civil done a decent job as well, but McNally's 1 over has put Atlanta Fire ahead in this contest, it may seem. And the full Yorker, excellent delivery. Batsman couldn't do much, just to dig it out. 1 run was on offer. Gibran back on strike, 106 for 7. Dyer has just gone for 2 runs in this over, and to go with 1 wide, so, and a leg by, so excellent over, the penultimate one. Length delivery this time, but Salman couldn't time it. Enough time for them to come back for the second. Good running though. Good call from the non-striker Salman. So Gibran moves to 3. 9 overs gone. Dyer finishes with 2 for 11. Excellent spell of bowling. Atlanta Fire 108 for 7. So the final over of the first innings of Atlanta Fire's innings is about to commence. Salman is on strike. McNally has a chance to redeem himself with his extra pace against these tail-end batsmen. He does stand a chance of making a comeback, providing he gets his plans right. He's got a square leg up in the ring just behind the umpire, and fine leg is up in the ring as well. Still bowling with only 4 fielders on the onside bowling that full length that he was trying to bowl last over. Didn't work in his favor. We'll have to see if Salman can put bat to ball. Smashes it, but straight to the sweeper on the offside. Excellent piece of fielding. Got his body right behind the ball. It was a good shot from Salman. Got it right up the middle. It really flew off the bat, but unfortunately for him, straight to the fielder. 109 for 7. Length delivery. Looking for 2. Field is set well back and good running. It's the largest part of the ground down towards our right. So 2 easy runs. 111 for 7. Gibran moves to 5. McNally once again. Bowled him over. Superb delivery. Full and straight. And once again the middle stump has gone out of the ground. Excellent comeback from McNally. His extra pace doing the trick against these tail end batsmen of Atlanta Fire. The wickets keep falling. That keeps Atlanta Param in the hunt. 111 for 8 with 3 deliveries to go. Three deliveries to go. Atlanta Fire 8 wickets down for 111. Chris is the new batsman. Three deliveries to go. If you review the whole innings in entirety, it's been an even contest. That 1 over from McNally where Stewart really took the toll and put him to the cleaners could well prove the difference in the end. Only time will tell. It's once again a terrific delivery, but field is well set. It's a huge boundary on that side, so a couple of runs. But McNally is making a good comeback after going for 27. He's only gone for 5 runs in these 4 deliveries. So he's bowled 10 deliveries. In the first 5 deliveries, he went for 27. In the last 5 deliveries, he's only gone for 5 runs and 2 wickets. Remember, he got the wicket of Stewart in the last over of his last ball, thanks to a terrific catch from Dyer on the long on fence. It's another slow delivery this time. The keeper has got it. A direct hit would have had him, but not to be. So we'd have to wait for the umpire's signal. No signal yet. So a single to the total. 114 for 8. Chris is batting on 3, but he's done at the non-striker end. So Salman will face the last delivery of this innings. McNally looking to reduce the damage. Slow delivery off the pad. It's hit off the stumps, I think. Yeah, 3rd wicket for McNally. He's down on his haunches. Just contemplating what it might have been if he had bowled a decent first over. It's a scare of an injury for him as well, holding on to his groin. And the Atlanta Fire innings has ended. Slightly timid end with Dyer and McNally finishing off fantastically. Last 2 overs only going for 12 runs. McNally finishes with 3 wickets as well. So a good comeback for him, but a very, very good total for the Atlanta Fire. And looking at their bowling lineup, they seems quite formidable, as Atlanta Fire 114 for 9. Babwa got 33 of 16 deliveries, and Stewart 38 of 10. For the Atlanta Paramveer, Dyer 2 for 11 was the pick. Sewell had 3 for 15, equally as good. McNally got the wickets, but his 1 over proved very expensive. So the target will be 116 runs when we come back for the Atlanta Paramveer. So keep watching, and we'll be right back with the second innings of this game.